Hello and welcome everyone. So in this video I would like to discuss about study note number 7, that is Payment of Gratuity Act 1972. Okay, this study note includes Gratuity Act 1972, its object, scope and applicability. So gratuity means the term gratuity is derived from Latin word gratuitous. Gratuity is the payment made by the employer to the employee at the time of retirement of his service, termination of his service, either by retirement on superannuation or on resignation or termination of the service. In this, the old age retirement social security benefit. This is the old age retired social security benefit. A lump sum is payable uh, in consideration of the past service rendered by the employee. The payment of gratuity will be a relief to the retired employee or to the family members of the employee who dies during his service. For this purpose, the Payment of Gratuity Act 1972 was enacted. The Act was amended from time to time. To carry out the provision of the Act, the central government made the Payment of Gratuity Rules 1972, which came into force with effect from 16th September 1972. Clear? So, the Act came into effect from 16th September 1972. Remember. Then, पेमेंट ऑफ ग्रेचुइटी, ग्रेचुइटी कब दिया जाता है? Section 4 subsection 1 provides that gratuity shall be payable to an employee on the termination of his employment after he has rendered continuous service for not less than 5 years, on his superannuation, on his retirement, resignation, or on his death or disablement due to accident or disease. Okay. Then ये important है, exemption of employer from liability in certain cases. Section 10 provides that where an employer is charged with an offence punishable under this act, he shall be entitled, upon complaint duly made by him and on giving to the complaint not less than 3 clear days notice in writing of his intention to do so, to have any other person whom he charges as the actual offender brought before the court at the time of appointment for hearing the charge, and if after the commission of the offence has been proved, the employer proves to the satisfaction of the court that he has used due diligence to enforce the execution of this act, that the said other person committed the offence in question without his knowledge, consent or convenience, that other person shall be convicted of the offence and shall be liable to the like punishment as if he were the employer, and the employer shall be discharged from any liability under this act in respect of such offence. So this is it of Payment of Gratuity Act 1972. Now we have to discuss all the multiple choice questions. First, fill in the blanks. Okay. Question number 1. The gratuity is payable to an employee either he has rendered. The gratuity is payable to an employee after he has rendered continuous service for not less than dash years. Right answer is 5 years. The gratuity is payable to an employee after he has rendered continuous service for not less than 5 years. To be eligible to receive gratuity, an employee must be complete at least 5 years of service. Okay. So next, number 2, the maximum amount of gratuity payable is dash. Right answer is 10 lakh. Okay, 10 lakh. The maximum amount of gratuity is payable 10 lakh. Then question number 3, the employer shall arrange to pay gratuity within dash from the date of its becoming payable to the eligible person. Right answer is 30 days. The employer shall arrange to pay gratuity within 30 days from the date of its becoming payable to the eligible person. Clear? Then number 4, appeal against the order of the controlling authority may be filed within dash days from the date of receipt of the order. ऑर्डर रिसीव करने के कितने टाइम के अंदर अपील कर सकते हैं टू कंट्रोलिंग अथॉरिटी? ओके, सो राइट आंसर इज 60 days. 60 days. अपील एगेंस्ट द ऑर्डर of the controlling authority may be filed within 60 days from the date of receipt of the order. Clear? Then question number 5, if the gratuity is not paid in time, the employer is liable to pay interest at the rate of dash per annum. अगर ग्रेचुइटी टाइम के अंदर नहीं दिया गया एम्प्लॉय को, इन दैट केस एम्प्लॉयर लाइबल होगा कितने परसेंट पर annum? राइट आंसर इज 10%. ओके, पर annum. Then question number 6, nomination is to be made by an employee in form number dash. As we know that nomination is to be made by an employee in form number F. Clear? Then question number 7, gratuity is calculated for every completed year of service or part in excess of 6 months at the rate of dash wages last term. 15 days. Okay, gratuity calculated for every completed year of service or part in excess of 6 months at the rate of 15 days wage last term. Then question number 8, section 4A may exempt the employer employing dash or more persons who establish an approved gratuity fund. Okay, so the right answer is 500 or more person. Section 4A may exempt the employer employing 500 or more person who establishes an approved gratuity fund. Clear? Then question number 9, an employee within dash of acquiring a family shall submit a fresh nomination. Right answer is 90 days. An employee within 90 days of acquiring a family shall submit a fresh nomination. Clear? Then question number 10, if there is a dispute as to the amount of gratuity payable to the employee, the employer shall deposit the gratuity with the dash. Right answer is controlling authority. Right answer is controlling authority. अगर कुछ dispute है in regard to gratuity payment to employee, in that case the employer shall deposit the gratuity with the controlling authority. Okay, now select करना है correct answer को. Number 1, which does not amount to retirement. इसमें कौन which does not amount to retirement? Retrenchment, इसको हम लोग रिटायरमेंट बेनिफिट नहीं कहा जाएगा. रेजिग्नेशन, नो. डिसमिजल, नो. सुपर अनाउंसन अमाउंट, सॉरी, व्हिच डज नॉट अमाउंट टू रिटायरमेंट. ये रिट्रेंचमेंट अमाउंट टू रिटायरमेंट, रेजिग्नेशन अमाउंट टू रिटायरमेंट, डिसमिजल अमाउंट टू रिटायरमेंट, बट सुपर अनाउंसन इज नॉट अमाउंट टू रिटायरमेंट. Okay, so the right answer is D. One number, right answer is choice number D, super annuation. Super annuation not amount to retirement, does not amount to retirement. Clear? Then question number 2, gratuity is payable to an employee. Gratuity is payable to an employee on his super annuation. Yes. Gratuity is payable to an employee on retirement. Yes. Gratuity is payable to an employee on retrenchment. Yes. So The right answer is in all the above cases. In all the above cases, gratuity is payable to an employee. Okay, on his superannuation also, on his retirement, on his retirement. Okay, a retracement. Clear. Then question number 3. The gratuity is payable to an employee shall not exceed dash. Choice number A 12 month. Choice number B 16 month. चॉइस नंबर सी 20 मंथ या फिर 24 मंथ. द राइट आंसर इज चॉइस नंबर सी, दिस वन. ओके, चॉइस नंबर सी इज द राइट आंसर. 20 month. The gratuity payable to an employee shall not exceed 20 months. Clear? Then question number 4. The employer shall display an abstract of the act and the rules in form number dash. The employer shall display an abstract of the act and the rules in form number U. Remember. Then question number 5. If sufficient cause is shown, the appropriate government may condone the delay in filing appeal against the order of the controlling authority for dash days. 30 days? No. 90 days? No. No time limit? No. Right answer is 60 days. 60 days. If sufficient cause is shown, the appropriate government may condone the delay in filing appeal against the order of the controlling authority for 60 days. Clear? Then question number 6. Nomination is to be made by an employee. Option number A, immediately on his appointment, after completion of 1 year service, after he is made permanent, या फिर none of the above. Right answer is after completion of 1 year service. Okay, a nomination is to be made by an employee after completion of 1 year service. 1 year service completion होने के बाद employee can nominate. Okay. Then question number 7. Which one of the following is to be included in the definition of wage? इसमें कौन wage के definition में include है? DNS allowance? Yes. Overtime allowance? No. Commission? No. House allowance? No. So right answer is DNS allowance. DNS allowance is to be included in the definition of wage. Clear? Then question number 8. If an employer intends to close the business, he is to send notice to the controlling authority within dash before the intended closure. Choice is choice number A 10 days, B 30 days, C 60 days, D 90 days. The right answer is 60 days. If an employer intends to close the business, he is to send notice to the controlling authority within 60 days before the intended closure. If an employer intends to close the business, he is send notice to the controlling authority within 60 days from the intended closure. 10 days नहीं होगा, 30 days नहीं होगा, 90 days नहीं होगा. Right answer is 60 days. Okay. Then nomination is to be filed in dash. As you know that nomination is to be filed in duplicate. Single form no, triplicate no, quadruplicate no. Right answer is duplicate. Okay, nomination is to be filed in duplicate. Clear? Then question number 10. Which will not amount to service of notice under the rule? Which will not amount to service of notice under the rule? The right answer is by courier. ये सब personal service amount to service of notice under the rule. By register post also service amount to service of notice under the rule, but by courier is not amount to service of notice under the rule. So choice number C is the right answer. Okay, now state whether the sentence is true or false. Question number 1. A person holding a post under the central government is an employee under the Payment of Gratuity Act. वो कह रहा है कि a person holding a post under the central government is an employee under the Payment of Gratuity. ना, जो पर्सन सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट के सर्वेंट है who is not cover under Payment of Gratuity Act. So this sentence is false. Then the father-in-law of a female employee will come under the term family. Yes, the father-in-law of female employee will come under the term family. So this sentence is true. The maternity leave granted for 90 days will be included for the calculation of continuous service. Yes, true. The maternity leave granted for 90 days will be included for the calculation of continuous service. Then question number 4. An employee is not required to obtain insurance for liability for payment of gratuity. No, this sentence is false. An employee is required to obtain insurance for liability for payment of gratuity. Okay. Then question number 5. An employee may give nomination to his friend to receive gratuity after his marriage. No, this sentence is false. An employee may give nomination to his family to receive gratuity after his marriage. So this sentence is false. Then question number 6. No gratuity payable shall be liable to attachment in execution of any decree of court. Yes, this sentence is true. No gratuity payable shall be liable to attachment in execution of any decree of court. Then question number 7. The controlling authority may pay the gratuity to a minor, a nominee, to receive the gratuity after the death of an employee. No, this sentence is false. The controlling authority may pay the gratuity to a minor, a nominee, to receive the gratuity after the death of an employee. No, this sentence is false. Then question number 8. For the purpose of calculation of gratuity, 26 days are taken as a month. Yes, right. For the purpose of calculation of gratuity, 26 days are taken as a month. Okay. Then the employer can make agreement with the employer to pay gratuity below the amount fixed by the act. No, this sentence is wrong. The employer can make agreement with the employer to pay gratuity below the amount fixed by the act. Then question number 10. Gratuity is a lump sum payable on consideration of the past service rendered by the employee. Yes, the sentence is true. Gratuity is a lump sum payable on consideration of the past service rendered by the employee, and we know that at least 5 years required to be eligible for receive gratuity benefits. Okay, so I have discussed all the multiple choice question. Okay, true and false as well as selecting correct answer. And now let's take a look all the multiple choice questions. Define continuous service. Elucidate the requirement of minimum number of days for continuous service in respect of regular employment and seasonal employment. ये important है. Discuss the ground on which the gratuity may be forfeited. Explain the provisions relating to nomination. What are the power of the controlling authority in deciding an application for payment of gratuity? ये important. What is the remedy available if the employer reject the application of an employee for payment of gratuity? Explain the procedure for an employer to determine the gratuity payable to employee. Describe the procedure for mode of payment of gratuity. Explain the provisions relating to exemption given to the employer from the liability in certain cases for payment of gratuity. Discuss the penal provisions under this act. Write a short on approved gratuity fund. इसमें important है what is the remedy available if the employer reject the application of an employee for payment of gratuity. अच्छा ये important है. Question number 5. Explain the procedure for an employer to determine the gratuity payable to the employee. Describe the procedure for mode of payment of gratuity. Explain the provision relating to exemption given to the employer from liability in certain cases for payment of gratuity. Important. So I have discussed all the multiple choice questions and selected the important long type questions. You just need to revise them as many times as possible. Focus multiple choice question, because as you know that up to 55 marks will come from multiple choice question, and up to 45 marks will come from subjective type for December 2020 online exams. So this is it, all about Payment of Gratuity Act 1972. In the next video we will discuss about Employee Provident Fund and Miscellaneous Provision Act 1952, that is study note number 8. So thank you so much for your time, and thank you so much for your support.